There's something that happens when you start planning your first Disney vacation. At first, it's exciting. You're finally going on a Disney vacation, and then you start researching. Suddenly, you're trying to figure out which Disney destination is best, which resort you should stay at, how many park days you need, whether you need park hopper tickets, which restaurants are worth it, which Disney cruise line ship is the best, which itinerary you should choose, which excursions are must-dos. And somewhere along the way, all of that excitement can turn into this feeling that there is one perfect Disney vacation out there. And your job is to somehow figure out what it is. But here's what I want you to know. There isn't one. There isn't one perfect Disney vacation, because Disney planning isn't about finding the right answer. It's about finding the right answer for you. And that little for you changes everything. Hi, friend, and welcome to The Magic Between. I'm Christy Bettenhausen, a travel agent with Mickey Travels and earmarked by Disney Diamond Travel Agency. Each week, we'll take a few minutes to slow down and explore the moments that make family vacations and life a little more meaningful. We'll talk about Disney destinations, creating lasting memories, and the little moments that often become the biggest memories, because the memories you'll treasure most can't be found on a map. They're made in the magic between. I can tell you what my family loves. I can tell you my favorite resort, my favorite ship, my favorite restaurants, and the things I personally wouldn't miss. But when I'm planning your vacation, those aren't the answers that matter. Your family isn't my family, and your neighbor's family isn't your family either. Your neighbor may come home from a Disney cruise line vacation absolutely convinced that their ship is the best ship in the fleet. And maybe it was the best ship for them. Maybe they loved the restaurants. Maybe their kids were the perfect ages for the spaces on board. Maybe they chose that sailing because of the itinerary. Maybe they could drive to the port instead of flying. Those are all great reasons for their family to love that ship, but none of those things automatically make it the right ship for yours. And we can say the same thing about almost every Disney vacation decision. Maybe someone tells you that you have to stay at a deluxe resort for your first Walt Disney World vacation. But what if your family would rather spend less on the resort and stay longer? What if you're barely going to be in your room because your family wants to spend every possible minute in the parks? Or maybe the resort is a huge part of the vacation for you. You want beautiful grounds, great dining, a fabulous pool, and easy transportation because you already know you're going to spend time actually enjoying where you're staying. Those are two completely different vacations. Neither one is wrong. The same goes for your tickets. Some families love park hopper tickets. They love starting their morning in one park, heading somewhere else for dinner, and having the flexibility to change parks whenever they want. Other families would much rather choose one park for the day and stay there. Neither family is doing Walt Disney World better. They're just vacationing differently. And sometimes we need to go even further back than that. Before we decide which resort or which tickets, are we even choosing the right Disney destination? Maybe you've always assumed your first Disney vacation should be Walt Disney World. But once I learn more about your family, maybe Disneyland Resort makes more sense. Maybe what you're really dreaming about is relaxing together, seeing beautiful destinations, and having Disney entertainment and service wrapped around the whole experience. Disney Cruise Line might be the answer. Maybe Hawaii has always been on your family's list, and Aulani gives you that combination you've been looking for. Or maybe you want to explore somewhere completely different with Disney handling the details through Adventures by Disney. There isn't a hierarchy where one of those choices is the real Disney vacation. There's just the question, what kind of vacation does your family want to take? That's where I start. And that's also why I don't believe in planning Disney vacations from somebody else's must-do list. Recommendations can be helpful. I love recommendations. But there is a big difference between we love this and you have to do this. You don't. That becomes especially important with things like dining and excursions. A restaurant that is an absolute must-do for one family may make no sense for another. Maybe your child loves characters, and meeting Mickey over breakfast would be one of the highlights of the entire trip. Or maybe your kids couldn't care less about characters, and you're about to spend a whole lot of vacation time and money on an experience nobody really wants. The same thing happens with cruise excursions. The most popular excursion isn't automatically the best excursion. Does everyone in your family meet the age requirements? How active is it? How long will you be away from the ship? Do you want an adventure-filled day? Or did you picture yourself sitting on a beach? And here's a possibility people sometimes forget. Maybe you don't want an excursion at all. Maybe your perfect port day is staying on board and enjoying a quieter ship. That's allowed too. Like, this is one of my favorite parts of what I do. My job isn't to hand every family the same list of things I think they should do. My job is to know these destinations well enough to help you sort through all of those possibilities and figure out which ones make sense for you. When you work with me, I'm not looking for the best Disney resort. I'm looking for the best Disney resort for you. I'm not looking for the best Disney cruise line ship. I'm looking for the ship, sailing, and itinerary that fit the vacation your family wants to take. I'm not trying to fit every possible thing into your Disney vacation. I'm helping you make the choices that give your family the best chance to enjoy the one you're actually taking. And once we've done that work together, you don't have to keep wondering whether you chose correctly. You get to go on vacation. Because even after we've made all of those thoughtful choices, your trip still isn't going to be perfect. It might rain, an attraction might temporarily close, and someone might be tired. Your child might decide that the resort pool is approximately 17,000 times more exciting than the carefully planned thing you thought they were going to love. Plans change. And that's okay, because a good Disney vacation plan isn't so rigid that one change makes everything fall apart. It's there to give you a foundation. It's there so you know what's important. You understand your options, and you have someone in your corner who already knows your vacation. Then when you're finally there, you can stop trying to get Disney right. You can notice your child's face when they see Cinderella Castle for the first time. You can ride something again just because everybody loved it. You can sit down with a Mickey-shaped snack when you hadn't planned to stop. You can go back to the resort and swim. You can change your mind. You can have the vacation that's happening instead of chasing the perfect vacation you thought you were supposed to have. So if you're planning your first Disney vacation and you're overwhelmed by all the choices, remember this. You aren't trying to find the perfect Disney vacation. You're trying to find the Disney vacation that's right for you. And I'd love to help you find it, because your first Disney vacation doesn't have to be perfect to become one of those trips your family talks about for years. And sometimes when you stop trying to make every moment perfect, you finally leave enough room for the moments you never could have planned. Thank you for spending a few minutes with me today. If you're dreaming about a Disney destination vacation and you'd like me to help make planning your vacation feel a little more magical, I'd be honored to help. You can learn more and request your complimentary vacation quote at christybettenhausen.com. Until next time, remember, the memories you'll treasure most can't be found on a map. They're made in the magic between. Thanks for listening.